All right, guys. Dark in the top right side of this map. It's the KSL semi-finals, week number 42. Haven't cast a KSL match in a while, but I heard this was a good one. He's up against BYUN in the bottom left side of the map. Let's see if it delivers some fun games. The Korean StarCraft League, run by Dave and Chicken Man. Crowdfunded tournament after the GSL had kind of massively reduced itself, and they wanted to do something for those Koreans, get them a weekly cup, get them some prize money. BYUN, of course, and Diark. Did I say Diark? BYUN and Diark? BYUN and Diark. Diark A. Wilder. I don't know. They have good matches. They definitely go back and forth. Either player can win. I'm not sure who's ahead. I didn't check their dead before playing this one. I think BYUN might have a slight lead in their dead. Oh my god! Dark dropping the smack talk. BYUN spamming question marks in response. Oh, that's so funny. Is that meant to be a tear coming out of her face, guys? If anyone knows what that symbol being spammed means exactly. I mean, I can guess what it means. But dude, that is an appallingly bad start for BYUN, who for some reason has only built 2 Reapers. He's playing against a 3-hatchery gasless build with a 2-Rax Reaper opening. He loses his first Reaper and he's only building 1 more Reaper. Oh my god. It's the laughing symbol according to chat, that one. Oh my god. That is hilarious. Dude, this is such a greedy opening for Dark, and he's just gotten away with it scot-free. Third command center on the high ground. I swear, BYUN should be building that on the low ground. You're up against a guy who has 0 gas. Like, you should be playing so greedy as BYUN right now. Because, he's missed an opportunity to get that damage done. This is very costly. Yeah, it's a phonetic representation of a Korean laugh. So that's literally ha 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 ha, I guess is what you mean by that. Okay. Dark always trash talks other Korean players. It's actually funny AF. Yeah, Solar and BYUN's another matchup where those guys know each other really well. I remember talking to, what was it? Yeah, Solar and BYUN. I think when I was doing like, oh no, Reaper gets taken out. I think it was when I was doing pro players read me in comments before the last Pigfest. And then like at some point, I think Solar was away with his wife on like a trip. So BYUN like takes care of Solar's dog or dogs when they're away. So he has like a little dog party at his house. They you know, take care of each other's dogs. They hang out together. So when you see BYUN and Solar playing, they're constantly insulting each other while they're playing. It is just non-stop smack talk. It's like question marks just getting spammed every time the other guy makes a mistake, calling the other race Imba, trolling them, surprising them with dirty all-ins, and then laughing at them when they fall for it. It's really fun seeing these guys. When they're in the biggest tournaments, obviously they don't smack talk that much, but when they're playing a weekly cup, they're just like, let's have a laugh. Let's have some fun. Dark going for 9 roaches right now. How do I get in on this dog party? First, you have to be a 6,300 MMR Korean pro player. Secondly, get a cute dog. Thirdly, just find a way to become best friends with them. Easy peasy, man. Cloak is on the way. We've got a Banshee out right now. 12 Marines are on the way. Banshee's on the wrong side of the map. That's not good. Dude, if he can snipe the stim... Uh-oh. Yeah, BYUN can fight like 3 or 4 roaches. 5 roaches, maybe. I don't know if he can fight all of them. The roaches are morphing some ravages as well. Dark is building more drones. I'm thinking of the game. Do you guys remember the game back on... Oh, I can't remember the map name. Previous map pool. Where Dark forgot roach speed and was doing a roach all-in against BYUN. So he was attacking with 60 slow roaches with 1-1 and no roach speed. And BYUN stimmed and stutter stepped into the roaches, into melee range with them, with his Marines, and lost the game. Oh man, if anyone can link me that VOD, that was such a funny game. Because I was like, the one thing he needs to do is stutter step away from the roaches so they're all stuck behind each other, and BYUN did the opposite of that. It was so confusing. I was like, you know, BYUN's known for his decisiveness, and sometimes you do the wrong thing decisively. Sometimes you decisively lose the game. Banshee going to that left side. Pros must love me, man. The number of times I bring up their most embarrassing moments and retell the story repeatedly, they must love that. I remember back when we were doing the Taiwanese region, I kept making fun of Nice because he played Skytoss this one game and was wrecking Solar. But he just completely forgot to make air upgrades, and he had like a maxed out Storm Carrier army with +1 air weapons and no other upgrades. And he was wondering why he was losing the late game battles. And like every interview for a year, I brought that series up, and he's like, "Can you stop?" And I was just like, "But it was so funny." And he's like, "Please don't." It's in good fun. I'm friendly with these guys. It's fine. I hope. Secretly, I'm gonna find out they're actually really annoyed at me the whole time, but we'll see how we go. For now, we've got Roaches and Ravagers coming out. Link speed transition, so we'll probably be swapping melee upgrade after +1 range finishes. We've got 13 Roaches and a Ravager for Dark. We've got Marines and tanks hanging out. 4 barracks are up. 5th barracks building right now for Mr. BYUN as he gets into that full 2-base production. Of course, he has a 3rd base. So with the 2nd factory, 4th command center, that's going to kind of take him to that next level. And then he'll go for the 6, 7, 8 barracks in the near future. But Armory is, of course, next on the list. Going 4th command center before Armory is not something you normally see, because otherwise your 2-2 can't start on time. Double drop goes to the right side. BYUN's going to try and take out this gold base. Dark's well positioned. He should be able to defend this, but it's always this hole in the vision, which is why Terrans always drop over here to punish this. It's not that much Roach Ravager. Oh, good bile. Forces BYUN back. And BYUN picks up, saves all those Marines, gets on out of there. Armory does finally start in the back of the main base, but 2-2 will be a little bit delayed. Not the end of the world. Tech lab building on the factory at the front. He's already got a tech lab in the back. Double tech lab. So BYUN's going to play double tech lab for the siege tanks. I really feel Widow Mines are amazing here. And 2 command centers in the main? Oh, BYUN's doing the Maru build. This is the Maru build. Maru used this versus Dark at the final map of their match in the Masters Coliseum. It's like, I'm just going to play super greedy. I'm going to go for like 4, 5, 6 command centers. And only after the 6 command centers does he build the next 3 barracks, which he's building out front his 3rd base as a semi-wall-off right now. Oh, that's cool, man. That's super cool. It's obviously bad if Dark just all-ins you, but when Dark goes for this Roach Ravager style, he's quite defensive until later on, until he makes the Ling Bane transition. He's going Ultras and Vipers behind this as well. The first 2 Vipers do come out. They'll gather energy soon. He's been pretty good on his injects as well, because there's no real pressure from BYUN. BYUN's just chilling to late game. This is funny, because BYUN normally plays this kind of style when he's playing against Shin, because Shin just masses Banelings and smashes them into you, and you kind of know it's always going to come. He always does the same thing, so he's like, okay, I'll just turtle. And I guess he said, you know what, Dark's not really that great at late game. I can take him down. Problem, Dark isn't the great at static late game. Let's clarify that statement. You can make that statement. You're absolutely true. You're absolutely correct if you think that is BYUN here. Oh, Parasitic Bomb's going to take out the Medivacs. They're going to try and get out. I don't think they get out of here. Queens should shut this down. Oh, no Queen on the right side. 1 Medivac will depart. If Dark can get enough movement going, he will destroy. He will absolutely destroy. I just had to pause for a second there, but resuming the cast immediately. The drop goes down, does get pushed back from the bottom right side. Viper's going to suck some energy in the main. We've got a Spire started up there in the back of the main, so preparing for a potential Broodlord swap. Makes sense. Ghost Academy, 2nd Armory. 3 more command centers on the way. Denying these bases would be huge. Mass Ling coming in. There's only a little bit of bio here. The rest of the army's out of position. Those SCVs didn't run either. Where's the rest of BYUN's army? Where is the rest of BYUN's army? Oh, wait. He built 5 racks, didn't build his 6, 7, 8 racks, and played a disgustingly greedy build. It's kind of critical of Maru for playing this build versus Dark, because if you know you're better in late game, do you really need to build 6 command centers before finishing your barracks count? And that's kind of the weakness of this build. So I think if he ran his SCVs away, I wouldn't have minded that, but losing the command center that was building, no cancel there, 25 SCVs, it's a lot of damage. Now he can recover because he's got so many command centers. He's got 6 orbitals, he can drop mules, but he's definitely got to make sure he puts more tanks in. I love that tank position. Another tank down there would be great. If you can build like a semi-wall-off as well, that's amazing. Like this wall-off makes this angle really hard to assault. Having a few depots there that can be raised also quite big. But if you can get like an engineering bay or like the command center he was trying to build, which would have made this a bad angle to attack. But Dark realizes you're just turtling. Okay, I'll go Broodlords. He's going to need to make some Vikings and or Thors in time for that. There's still no 3rd factory, which means no Widow Mines or Hellbats. It is bizarre to see BYUN not getting those reacted factory units. Blinding Clouds coming in right now. Oh, great Blinding Clouds. Ultra Ling Bane going after everything. Remember, that is an undefended mineral line in the south. But he actually doesn't get a lot of that. Infestors! Infestor's landing some big fungals. He lands another fungal behind it. Oh, Dark gets a pretty darn good fight. Takes out a Liberator and a Medevac as he departs. Units lost tab is dead even. Now, Dark obviously lost a lot of stuff. but he's on 90 workers. He can absolutely do that. Remax on Ultraling and just go again. And the first fight was just not well enough defended by BYUN. Now, BYUN does have 8 racks. Don't get me wrong. He's producing more units. I know he's got a Marauder turret here. If you guys have never built a Marauder turret, you're not living your best life. Oh, he lets him out. Lame. There's only one medevac out right now. Guys, there's only one medevac for healing. Oh, BYUN's trying to build mass workers right now. He just needs to survive. He's gone up to 90 workers. He's got to weather the storm. This attack's a bit half-cocked, though. Dark does not need to attack here. He takes out a tank, but he just lost a lot more lings than he needed to. That was not a good trade. I would like to see him hit the left side with a mass ling run by on the next one. He's got a few lings in the north. He's going to start breaking the rocks. Actually, Great Aspire would still be a game winner, guys. There's nothing to defend it. 7 Ghosts does not beat Broodlords, especially not if you get a few Infestors with them or you have enough support and you use them to focus fire those Ghosts. But he's not doing it. I think Dark's missing an easy opportunity to win. Because BYUN is so busy recovering from the damage just to defend the ground army, he can't focus on defending Broodlords. So Dark, if he wants to play this style, he needs to keep up the momentum and keep going. He's going to keep doing it. Oh, Command Center wall off. I love that choice, but oh, sniping both the Vipers. Great catch by BYUN. Command Center wall off does die. That's 2 Command Centers going down in the top left of our screen. The Ultras are falling. The front tanks on the left side are starting to fall. Liberators will siege up. A few lings getting into the natural. That's where big potential damage could happen. Ultras finally getting cleaned up. Another Marauder turret here defending. The lings in the natural will defeat those SCVs. The SCVs turn to fight. And it looks like these are good enough trades, I think, for Dark. He's actually taking out another Liberator there with the Ravagers. The lings clear the whole natural. BYUN trying to play a Super Turtle game, but it is not his specialty. Oof. Ooh. Okay, Ravagers are up there. We got the lings moving in on the right side. They're going to come in on that base. Tanks there trying to defend, but with no support, the SCVs are going down. Absolutely 0 planetaries, and also not having enough bio. You know, I like a player leaning into late game, but you've got to play safe as a late game player. You don't have to just play exceptionally greedy. I think BYUN's played exceptionally greedy this game, and he's been punished for it very hard. Dark continuing to just trade with Zerglings. They are 2-3 lings with Adrenal Glands. I like the burrow there as well. BYUN just left himself wide open for that one. GG, well played. All right, that was a nice game 1, guys. Game 2 here. Oh, he loses a drone to the Reapers. Sorry, guys. Should have been in here from a bit early. Oh, no way. He almost lost the second one as well. Ouchies. He's done a more standard hatchery gas pool opening as Dark, but does take a bit of damage from those first Reapers. Queens are going to try and gather up. And it is going to be 3 Reapers. No 4th or 5th. If you go 4 Reapers, you can very consistently kill the hatchery, but even with 3 Reapers this early, if he commits, it'll be close. I just think he realizes he probably won't get it. I like that, bouncing the queens away so they can't defend. 2-shotting drones gets 2 more. That's 3 drones in total. This is a great start for BYUN. Ooh. Oh, he gets a Zergling as well. Oh, careful, mate. Keep it in your pants, BYUN. BYUN does just that. 3rd Command Center building in vision of the Overlord. Not sneaky at all. But that's all right. 16 lings are being built. Man, Dark is building, what? 25 Zerglings for 3 Reapers? Okay, well, BYUN is the only player silly enough to leave his Reapers on the map, so I guess it's actually maybe worth it because you know you'll kill them. Oh, he's getting flanked. BYUN, get down. Oh no, 2 Reapers got surrounded. Make that 3. Still a big commitment to Zerglings, so his drone count's less than the worker count right now, but BYUN's got to feel very happy, or hopeful, I should say, that there's no Banelings. I think he's basically saying, if this is a Baneling bust, I just lose. And that's okay. That, like, it is what it is. He's got to pull SCVs right now. 1 to each depot should be enough. Nice. Oh, Marines are going to catch the Overlord in the main. Very nice. Third Command Center is on the way. Starport Tech Lab. We've got the factory building a reactor as well. 16 drones in the main, the natural, and now saturating the third. 4.5 minutes, and Dark is still not back on gas. And that's good, because he built so many Zerglings, that really hurt his economy. To make up for it, he's super focused on minerals. I would argue, though, if you're putting back on gas at 5 minutes, I don't care what's happened in the early game, that's too late. Dark hitting a big supply block on 66 as well. He's got 8 idle lava right now. Does finally spend some of that on drones and queens. Dark, you got to put back on gas, mate. This is ridiculous. There's going to be banshees arriving. He's not even going to be able to start a lair for another 2 minutes. There's greed, and then there's whatever Dark is doing right now. There's believing in queens and zerglings, and then there's believing in queens and zerglings. I remember in, like, was it early Legacy sometime? Maybe 2017, when Stefano came back. And I'm like, hey, what do you think about the balance now in Legacy? And he's like, Zerg's so broken. He's like, in Zerg vs. Terran, you just build queens and lings and they beat everything. It's so easy. And I was like, hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I was like, maybe exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, you pretty much, I think you figured it out. And he was like, he was slaying in ZVT. I think he couldn't figure out how to beat Protoss. Came back for a few months and did kind of well in a tournament or two, which was kind of fun. But always funny to hear a player who's been out of the game for a while kind of just boil something down to a very simple essence. And he was taking gas so late at that time. Kind of like what Dark's doing here. Dark finally starts Carapace. Ooh, he gets himself a Marine or two. Nice. Good micro. And the Marine's all stimmed. That was a panic stim. BYUN actually can't commit on creep now. And Dark knows this, so he's not even building any army. He's droning because he's like, you can't commit. Now the medevacs are hit. Now we can commit. Zergling's going to go for the counterattack, though. There's almost no defense. Uh-oh. BYUN leaving his pants down. Lings will take out those Marines. They will go down. The SCV is going to try to run away. Looks like the SCVs will survive. We'll be on F2 Dome. This is really bad for BYUN, I think. This is actually quite awkward. Because I remember, Dark was so greedy. He has 10 Zerglings. A double drop would cause him so many problems right now. If it stims into his base and steps through, starts killing all his drones. But if he keeps the Banshee and the Marines pinned at home, and now he catches up on his tech, he's got 65 drones, 4th base on the way, macro hatch. If Dark can just start massing Zerglings, defend the next push, get up to Baneling speed, he's in a great spot. That being said, BYUN's economy is not bad. 60 workers himself. 62, sorry. He's only behind a couple of workers. It's just his production's very late with this heavy 2 racks opening. Oh, here we go. Marines and tanks seeing what they can do. Oh, he's going to try and collapse that right side of the queens. A couple of them do fall. The Ling's trying to fight. BYUN happy to stand his ground. The medevac healing is great. He stims. His Marines are so low. They're so low. Finally, Dark gets a Zerglings or a couple Lings on top of the siege tank. Not a moment too soon. He's got to get rid of that tank, man. Finally, he does. The medevac should fall, but actually, BYUN manages to pull it back. Units lost tab. Very good for BYUN. BYUN's taken a 6 worker lead through this. He also traded 1,000 resources better, and he's kept Dark pinned on 64 drones. So BYUN now starts the 2nd factory, a 5th gas, and of course a 4th command center goes down just a moment later. Scripted, guys. Hashtag scripted. Hydroden's on the way, +2 carapace does start, but BYUN's ahead in the upgrades, he's ahead in the economy. Seems like Dark, he did overbuild Zerglings earlier, remember, that was the big thing. He killed a few Reapers, but he didn't damage the economy. BYUN was super greedy after those 3 Reapers. And now Dark finds himself pinned back on the back foot. Lings come in for a flank. Gets us around on 1 tank, but the other tank's still causing problems with no Baneling speed. This is such a bad fight for Dark. Good choice to pull away, but I feel like he never should have committed that deep in the first place. Dark is so committed to defending this base, and it's costing him a lot of units. Baneling speed and +2 carapace still a whiles out. Well, I guess Baneling speed's getting close. 15 seconds away now. But that southern base has only now started being taken. I think Dark's realizing he probably has to give up this northern base. Lings go after the tank. They do not take it out. No +2 melee on the way either. It's 13 Banelings and 10 Zerglings. BYUN has complete control over this game in this matchup now. 3 more barracks coming up for him. 4th command center is almost done. Reactor going down. And those siege tanks just keep taking that same killer spot over and over again. Ooh. Here we go. Marine Widowmine moving north. We've got a flank getting set up on the south. BYUN really leaning into the aggression right now. Oh, that medevac gets shot down by the Queens. Nice defense by Dark. Does he have the numbers, though? It's a scary push, especially with the Widowmines being mixed in now. That Widowmine does a tiny bit of friendly fire, but not too much to the Lingbane. And, oh, only 1 medevac to save some Marines. Dark survives somehow. He's building 14 Hydras. He does have an Overseer, which will no doubt rally down here to clean up these Widowmines. but he does find himself miles behind. Dark needs to respread creep. He needs to try to get some map control. And, of course, drone up, which he's doing. He's transferring a few workers out of his main as he starts an infestation, building 12 workers so we can get up into the 70s. At this stage, 10 minutes, you ought to be going into 85, 90 drones. Oh, one-hit medevac gets towards the main base. I doubt he manages to unload anything unless Dark's pulled every queen to the front, which he did a while ago. Dark has not been injecting any of his hatcheries because every queen was on the front line. He might actually run short on lava. We'll see if that happens. Hydra Bane coming forward. Marine Widowmine with a single Banshee up front. Marines pick up. Widowmine's fire. Just getting a couple Banelings. No big value kills there. Overseer does not have speed. Yes, it does. That Overseer should come down and clean up those Widowmines, but Dark has not done that yet. He's on the back foot. He's reeling a little bit. Queen goes back into the main base, using his backspace spamming inject method. Not too bad when you've got a bit of room to breathe. And 3 command centers go down. BYUN is happy to play the late game. Honestly, it's not a bad transition, especially because he's got the 8 racks up earlier this time. He's making concussive and 3-3. No hive finished yet for Dark. Dark is in survival mode. Infestor's going to be a great addition to those survival tools. It feels like the top Terrans, though, even BYUN, are no longer in that mode of I have to kill you, I have to kill you, I have to kill you. And this transition they've all made from I have to win now to being happy to engage in the late game by building 3, 4, 5, 6 command centers, it's very bad for Dark. Dark excels against players that overcommit to aggression because he's so good at taking these engagements, this micro. He can get himself back into pretty much any game. I mean, it's usually good when the Terrans try to force the issue. Speak of the devil, BYUN shoves in right now. Widowmine's not really getting the biggest hits just yet. The Zergling frontline does fall apart, though, and BYUN disengages with the backline of Bio. 3 Widowmines building at a time, 4 Marauders, 6 Marines. And the 3 extra command centers are all finishing up right now. This is massive. If he can turn those all into orbitals, it's going to give him a big boost. He still has a full medevac drop in the main, waiting just in that dead space. 2 orbitals go down. Looks like he's going to take a planetary up north. Still just 2 factories, 1 starport. No need for any more than that just yet. More biomine going through the middle. And he's got a quad drop in the bottom side. 8 Marine drop does manage to unload in the back of the base. Who thought the 6 hit point medevac would have ever survived, but he was patient with it and he gets rewarded. BYUN on the front will lose these units, but it's this quad drop in the south that's going to take out the 5th base. The drop in the back of the main goes down, but that was a distraction. He didn't care about that drop. He always knew that was going to fall. But Infestors! Oh no, the Infestors! 2 of them get focused down. He lands some good fungals, but I think BYUN can still save a lot of these units. He does lose 1 full medevac. Another one almost gets shot down, but it barely escapes. Units lost tab is 3,000 resources in favor of BYUN. He is a 5-base Terran against a 4-base Zerg. Dark is down in the dumps. His bases are oversaturated. His 75 workers measly compared to the BYUN's 84. And yet BYUN has way more bases and mineral patches to mine from. So Dark's even worse off than it looks at face value as his income continues to drop. 2 more command centers building for BYUN. BYUN has decided the Iron Bank is what he has in mind. 5 orbitals are finished, and he'll make 2 more on these once they're done as well. Unlimited mules and scans will get the job done. 5 Marines and a Marauder heading south. A Bio Ghost addition to the army now. He's got about 5 ghosts, 6 ghosts in that army. He's going to rotate north, clear up the creep, keep BYUN's map control down. An Infestor's being built. There's already 6 on the map. Dark, you know he's desperate when he's massing Infestors. Fusion Core and 2 more starports are on the way. Range libs are perfect for dealing with those. BYUN just F2 to the top. Widowmine only gets a few Zerglings. BYUN's entire army is gathering up north. He knows that Dark's going to try to flank him. This is a bad fight for Dark. Dark needs to get out of here. Dark needs to get out unless he can land Fungals. Parasitic bombs go down. Nice EMP on the Infestors. A Fungal does land on those northern units, trapping a few of them. A bunch of Bio stumbles in from the left side, but the Banelings get gunned down. That last Fungal does a bit of damage, but it doesn't really kill anything. Units lost tab is still in favor of BYUN, and remember, he's the boy with the big boy economy. There is no meat and potatoes backing up Dark's army. It's Hydras, Lings, Banes, and Infestors, but it's 7 Infestors, 16 on the map, 7 Infestors, 2 Vipers, and 60 Zerglings, and almost no Banelings. He can't really afford the Baneling count. Going Lurkers is a wise idea, anything that can stabilize him right now. Problem is, by the time he gets Lurkers out, range libs will be on the field. Dark's 5th base has rebuilt in the south. 5th base, of course, fully established for BYUN. I kind of want BYUN to just take the top right corner and really push this northern base. But no, it looks like he'll take the south, and that's fair enough. He's up to 6 orbitals right now as BYUN. Advanced ballistics has started. He's gone vehicle plating level 1, 3 libs building at a time. Lings and infestors. Still building more infestors, guys. There's desperation, and then there's whatever you call Dark's army. I mean, it's the fungal mass. It's the Cordyceps army. He's trying to go the last of us here and just go mass Cordyceps. He's whiffing fungals like crazy. He got 3 infestors EMP'd. His infestors are getting wrecked. Another infestor goes down. He finally lands a good fungal, but he doesn't have the units to capitalize on it. Dark's clutching at straws right now. Hydra does get blasted there. Very nice. BYUN cancels another base in the south. He's going to keep splitting up his drops. I think BYUN is feeling the urge to finish this game. He knows that Dark can pull a rabbit out of a hat. You know, normal people... Actually, no. Normal people pull a rabbit out of a hat. Normal magicians. Dark pulls a rabid rabbit out of a hat. Which, it's basically the rabbit from the Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It immediately jumps on his enemy's neck and rips their throat out. It's savage. He's dead if he's anyone else in this game. But because he's Dark, there's always the chance he gets 20 lurkers on your production and Nidus Worm pops up. And it could be absolutely massive. The rabid rabbit. The rabid rabbit. Bio Ghost moving forward here on the south side. Oh, EMPs land. One fungal does land, but only hitting a few of these units. Another one only hits a few Marines. Banelings get a few decent connections, but at the same time, there's a fight in the north. Oh, where's the scan? Where's the pre-spread? BYUN, got to get rid of this creep. Dark's doing a good job of respreading creep. You'll notice he has a bit of a schlong on the top lane of the map. Sticking right out. Got to be careful. There's 10 infestors, but we haven't really seen them effective at all because he just doesn't have the material to back them up. Oh, the Widowmines get some good shots. A bit of friendly fire on the bio, but worth it to get those clumped up Ling Bane armies. 4,000 resource lost advantage there. BYUN's going to start sieging libs on these bases. He's got lib range. He's getting +2 vehicle plating, building armor, and high sec auto tracking. No low sec drive for BYUN today. He is keeping it hard and firm all game long. The pressure is not letting up. A lot of people would have stalled out at some point, but he's just been very methodical. 4 more commands in his building, even while he's microing here. Spreading against the parasitic bombs, and he's just got so many good trades. He's going to take out the southern base as well by the looks of it. A single queen, no match for this army. 5,000 resource lost advantage. BYUN's Marauders get caught out front. The Liberators are making it a costly trade for Dark. In the south, the Liberator's still killing drones, and Dark has to tap out. Too far behind after the very first Marine tank push. He just was way too late on his Baneling speed and his tech, and I do think Dark delayed his gas a little bit longer than he should have. It was good to push it a bit to recover, but he took it too far, and without Baneling speed, unable to defend BYUN's Marine tank counterattack. Alright. What's up, everybody? Game 3 is going to be Dark in the bottom right of Golden Aura. And with a God tier Overlord Scout. Drops the question mark as he flies out. Wait, what is BYUN doing? It's a 3-Rax Reaper, but he's got 1 Barracks proxied and no second gas. Second gas goes down now. Okay. It's 3-Rax Reaper? Oh, he's going to pull drones? I don't know if you mind too much as BYUN. As long as you play flexibly here, you could still make this work. You got to be flexible. Like, you're not going to get the barracks finished. So you want to hang around and pretend. You want to try and loop around and then come back and see if you can get it. Potentially. The fact that there's 3 drones there, Dark's like looking for extra barracks, but that means they're way exposed against the Reapers. He cancels a second gas. Great move. BYUN cancels a second gas. He says, let's just do a 2-Rax Reaper expand, and he can catch those drones on the way home. It's actually really awkward for Dark. Dark has to hide those drones until the Reapers are like in his main or something. Oh, well, actually. He doesn't have any Zerglings. Oh, no. Oh, no, the drone. He needed to mineral walk that. It gets stuck. Oh, BYUN's doing good damage. Oh! Oh, he gets his Reaper trapped. Is it game 1 all over again? No. He keeps it alive that time. That Reaper is not able to be part of the next engagements. Got to be very careful with that Reaper. Third command center is going to go down on the high ground. BYUN deciding to play a macro game now. 3 Reapers into Tech Lab Reactor after the third command center. Dark just droning up. Who the hell is ahead or behind after this? I have no idea how to read this sort of game. Because BYUN was pretty quick to stop the commitment to the proxy barracks and just change build orders. And there's a lot of lost mining time for 3 drones. My instincts say Dark should be slightly ahead. But because also a drone died and now even more damage, lots of mining time going down. Oh, he gets a drone there. Nice grenades to keep the Reapers alive as well. The Lings, if they managed to cut that off, that would have been great, but they're not able to. 2 drones, 3 Lings, mining time. Third command center's on the way behind it. I don't know. This is, I think, going to be a very close game, but I never quite know with these two because, ooh, you never know if someone's going to get supply blocked or someone's just going to pull an amazing micro maneuver and get a ton more damage. Marines are building, but the Overlord's already hiding in the back door. One behind the natural, one behind the main. I have no idea how to read Pig 2024. The power of choosing where that quote ends. Yeah, well done, chat. You guys are true journalists. Impressive. Oh, oh, oh my God. Oh my God, these Reapers. Oh, he finally gets one, but 6 drones going down. Oh my God, BYUN is literally just, I didn't even know how to commentate what I was looking at. Basically, the Reapers jumped in, started getting damaged. Dark pulled drones, they slipped to the high ground. Dark pulled other drones, they slipped back around the drones. Dark pulled his Lings, he slipped past them, went back to the low ground, slipped past them, trades a Reaper for 7 drones and massive mining time. These Reapers are single-handedly winning the game. But was he actually macroing properly behind it? I don't know. He's got multiple idle workers. BYUN is super excited. He's got multiple idle workers that he's not doing anything with right now. He finally starts a starport with one of them. Double engineering bay. Interesting. So he's going to just play macro bio behind it. Did pretty well with that last game. That makes me uncomfortable. Can tanks even fit through that now? Oh, this opening? I think tanks can barely fit through there. Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward choke, but I believe they can. Stim Marines? What? Where did these guys come from? What the hell? BYUN with a random stimmy for the Winnie. Oh my lord, he just traded 2 Marines for 3 Queens. A random 8 stim Marine pressure at 5.5 minutes. I mean, Dark doesn't have link speed. He knows Dark's not making link speed because his Reapers are everything. He even gets an Overlord. BYUN is feeling himself right now. If Dark wins this game, I dub him Arch Wizard of Awesomeness. It's a special title that you only get if you make an epic comeback. He just cancelled a lair because he accidentally started the second one, I guess. Oh my god, he just got another drone with these Reapers. Another 2, 3. Oh my lord, Dark is absolutely melding right now. I feel like he's so mad, his mustache is gonna fall off. This is actually ridiculous. Dark actually has a mustache, for those who don't know. He looks fantastic. He looks like a Bond villain. Okay, 3 more barracks are building. Looks like the sort of guy who might throw a shoe at someone, you know? No, not really. He looks like the mastermind villains. He doesn't just look like a dumb henchman. 2 Evo chambers are on the way. Roach speed coming in. Only up 2 workers right now is Dark. Should have enough roaches to defend these Marines with a bit of micro, but just I feel like the momentum is all in BYUN's favor. He's been all over him from start to finish. Gonna go double drop in the main. Gonna boost in there. Roaches are out of position. You can see them on the left of our screen, guys. Oh, those Queens, get them out of there, bro. Queens and drones trying to cower in the back of the base. The Roaches trying to get up here. Both Queens go down. A bunch of drones go down. Focuses a Roach and just picks up and moves to the natural. Oh, this is so awkward for Dark. Dark only has 1 Queen on the map. 11 Roaches. He is getting absolutely manhandled. BYUN just looks like he has Dark's number. Dude, this is not speaking too well for Dark's chances going into Katowice because I feel like Hero has had his number recently. If BYUN also has now got his number in both the aggressive games and the big macro games, that's going to be a tough one. 1-1 in Roach speed coming in. Dark's normally the comeback kid, but from this position, I don't even know if he can do it. Well, I guess Rainer's the comeback kid. Dark's just the comeback monster. Because he makes comebacks from crazy positions, but he's also not quite as young as Rainer. Always says he envies young Raynor's hands, his mechanics, his speed. Even though Raynor will be the first one to tell you that Dark has probably the best Zerg micro in the world. That he can get out of just about any position off the back of his army control. Marine medevac coming down the left side. Alright. Takes out some creep. Not bad. Roaches will come forward and clean that up. Does leave a few active tumors up front, though, so not too bad for Dark. Dark's just on Mass Roach and Burrow, though. And he's very far behind, and it feels like he's kind of saying, well, I just have to do a Roach all in. That's better. Okay, he's building 5 Infestors. That makes me happy. I think in this case, if you go the 5 Infestors early, and this is early considering how behind he is, that's actually a very wise idea. They'll keep you alive, make it hard for BYUN to push in, give you the chance to maybe catch off some units with Burrow Fungal, and have a big Roach Ravager army ready to capitalize. Now, if you keep massing Roach Ravager, which I think he is, you're kind of relying on BYUN moving out to attack you. But you've got a Hive and a Hydra Den, so you are getting ready to have a Lurker and potentially Viper swap, which will add some strength. BYUN floating his 4th command center out. He's on 2 factories, making siege tanks. Mass Marine. He's got 3 more Tech Lab barracks coming up right now. So we should see Marauders and Concussive starting in the near future. Drop still patrolling in the back. He's also got a drop on the left side. Dark's 4th base finally coming up. He's going to want the gases on that 4th base ever so desperately. BYUN looks like he wants to push, and that will be Dark's moment. Where is Infestors? He's already got 2 out. He needs them further forward. He needs these further forward. This might get scanned. He needs the Infestors to see the army coming so he can go and ambush it. I think Dark's messed up on his map positioning pretty badly, guys. If he doesn't see the... Oh, and it's going to go around the top. It might surprise him. Right now, you got to realize Dark has very little margin for error. He's far behind in this game. To make this comeback, he needs everything to go right. Good defense. Just 3 Roaches defending a drop there. He's ready here in the north, but he gets scanned. That's what I was worried about. If he sees the scan, he can pre-spread. The Infestor's a little slow on the Fungals, but he does damage those Marines. Still got 1 Fungal left in this army, as well as a Burrowed Infestor over there that will see the rally. He could move left and intercept that one. Oh, the Infestors are going to kind of run to the left side. Biles do take out one of the siege tanks. In the south, drop goes in there. Double drop goes back into the main as well. Few Roaches and a Ling, not quite enough to deal with that Marine count. Uh-oh, Dark's in trouble. He has to send more units up there. But at the same time, the tanks are in range of his 4th. He has to give up this 4th base. If Dark fights it, he's dead. He cannot overwhelm that. The drops are still rotating around. Marines in the back taking out the Queens. He's only got 1 Queen. That's the last one. That's the last unit that he has that shoots up. The double drop rotating to the natural. Dark's on top of it. He gives up the 4th base at the same time at the front. Very good choice by Dark to give that base up. He's out upgraded though. Right now it's 2-2 against 1-1. Triple drop goes in the main. The rest of the tank army should be moving home to rejoin with the rest of the army. Massive damage going down so far. Great Fungal, but once again, just like the previous game, nothing to capitalize on it. He needed to jump on this army when the tanks were unsieged, Fungal all the Marines, and clear that first push. But BYUN moves around the north of the map, keeps him busy with drops, catches him off guard, and wins with a decisive 2-1.